everyone, welcome back to Desiree Budgets. Today is a special day because today is the day where I confront all the debt that I have, and I've already started writing all the debt that I have with the percentage rate and the minimum payments. And in this video, I'll be revealing the amount that I owe for each one. This has been pretty difficult because as of last year, I was debt-free except the student loan category. However, I owed nothing on credit cards. I owed nothing on unsecured secured loans. But as of today, I am up to my head in bills that I'm paying and a lot of money that just goes to the interest rates, not even the principal of what I owe on these credit cards. So I want to share with all of you all the debt that I owe, and in this channel I'll be working to lower that amount. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to be stuffing more seriously my investment envelope. I do have some money in there, and I'm going to be very happy to share that with all of you in a future video. I also have this money here for a future video. I'm going to be stuffing this amount, and I'll also be doing a savings challenge with whatever I have left over. So let's begin. So the first one is medical debt that I incurred. I have insurance, however, I did not know that I had to be referred out, and I thought that just because they accepted the insurance that I had that I would be okay, but no, I have to be referred specifically by my clinic. So the first debt is medical debt, and I owe $2,000 on that. There's no interest rate, and I'm not giving a minimum payment. I'm actually working to contest this amount, and I'll update everyone on how that goes. The second item on here is a Corvette. That's what it's named. I rented a Corvette, and when I was parking, I didn't estimate the distance from the front of the car to the parking concrete bumper, so I bumped into it and it cracked. So I got charged with that. My insurance is working with Turo, which is the app where I rented the car, but I am not gonna wait until they charge me. So for that incident, that very lovely fast incident, was $3,000, which is pretty pricey. Luckily, I bought insurance, so it wasn't gonna be any more than this amount. Now, the next set of business is with my mom, and what happened there is I wanted to stay, I did an investment, it didn't go so well, I needed some extra cash, and she was able to help me with that. So with her, I owe her $5,750. I do not give her, there is no interest rate on that, but I do give her a $500 minimum payment. However, that doesn't, technically that counts as interest because that's not going towards the principal. That's just helping her to pay her cards because she got that out of credit cards. Now, the fourth item on here is a funeral, and that funeral is for my grandma. She is still alive. However, she had some trouble with the insurance that she currently has. It was under inheritance, when in reality it's not an inheritance. It was, all that money was supposed to be going to her funeral. There was a mix-up with the not the IRS, but the money that she receives every month. They cut that money out, and so that was a whole ordeal we had to fix. And because in order to fix that, we had to show that she had arrangements for her funeral using that money that looked like it was an inheritance, but in reality it was not at all. So I'm helping out with a part of that, and that's $2,627.50. Now I have an Affirm loan, and that Affirm loan helped cover renovations to a house that I have, and for that is $3,574.45. I have a milestone card, and on that milestone card I owe $700. Back to this Affirm, it has an interest rate of 33.7%, which is extremely high. So that is one of my #1 priorities as soon as I fix this medical and Corvette ordeal and see what comes about it. And then right after, my mom is a big priority because I want to not only stop paying those $500, which is a lot, especially since it's not going to the principal, but also because I want her to pay off those credit cards that she helped get money, she helped me, and she got money out from them. So as soon as I'm done with those, I'm going to be working on this Affirm because that is a very high interest rate. And I'm giving a payment of $317.82. The milestone card, which I owe $700, has a percentage rate, an interest rate of 35.90, and a very low minimum payment of $40. But why pay those $40? Which may be nothing, but in the long term, it's gonna be a lot because of this high interest rate, so it doesn't make sense at all. I have a Capital One card, and in that Capital One card, I owe $3,000. Again, high percentage rate, 31.99, and I give a minimum payment of $111. I have an Amex card, and this is one of the highest limits that I have. It's a 29.74% interest rate, and in that Amex card I owe $8,000. And that one I give a minimum payment of $284. That is still a nice big chunk. I have a Chase card, and in that Chase card I owe $1,400. This is kind of my Amazon card, really. It has a percentage rate 27.24 and a minimum payment of $45. I have an Apple card, and on that one I owe $1,700. I keep putting these dollar signs, but they're irrelevant. But dollar sign right here. There you go. And in this Apple card I pay $65. I have a Lending Point account, and that helped me pay for heater in the house. That was $3,000. It's at a 26.99% interest rate and a minimum payment of $145.42. You know what? I'm kind of getting tired of going over all this debt. It's kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I've had all this debt in the back of my mind for months, and I kind of just want to get this over with so that I can start with the cash stuffing process and filling up my savings challenges. I have new ones coming up for the month of October. I have they're Halloween themed, so I'm very excited for that. And I also got new binders and new tabs so I can be more organized with the categories that I'm stuffing throughout the month for my bills and my necessities. So all of that is kind of motivating me to work through all of this step. The next order of business is I have a Discover card, and on that one I owe $2,200. It's at a 24.99% interest rate and a minimum payment of $70. Then I have a Wells Fargo credit card. I do bank with Wells Fargo. It's a 26.74% interest rate, and that one has a, how much is it? Oh, I didn't write it down. We're gonna skip that one for now. Let me see. No, it's $2,000, yeah. $2,000, and I give a monthly payment of $62. Then I have CarMax, and I'm not quite sure. This is kind of a question mark. I think it's 11%, and I know that already is very high in of itself. I had to buy a car after incurring all of this debt. It was a huge hiccup and a huge bump on the road. So it is a high amount, although I am not particularly sure. It could be anywhere between 7 to 11%, but we're gonna go with 11% for now. And it's $17,000 that I owe on that card, and a minimum payment of $388. I'm including the car in this debt. I know a lot of people don't include it, but by putting it and writing it all here, all the debt that I owe, in my head and, you know, within myself, I'm a little bit more relaxed because I have it written down somewhere, and I know that at some point I need to tackle it down, and I don't have two things in my head. I have bills and the debt that I owe, plus a few other things here and there, like student loans and my car loan. No, it's all written down in one single place, so I can always look back and refer to this. And if I decide to do all the other debt and leave my car loan off to the side and count that as separate, then that will be another issue. But I am comforted by the fact that I have all my debt written down in one piece of paper, or in one note section in this case. I also owe the IRS $5,000, and that's just because of taxes. And I do give a monthly payment of $100. There is a percentage rate on this. However, I am not sure. I would have to go to the IRS website and figure that out. But for now, I just, again, wanted to write it down so I have some place to start. And either way, this is one of the lesser priorities that I have in terms of paying down my debt. And of course, student loans, the percentage rate is below 5%. That's the good thing about student loans. Of course, it depends if it is good at all to get a student loan, depending on what it is that you're going to school for. There's a lot of trade schools out there. You don't necessarily need that, to have thousands of dollars of student loans under your belt. However, I did go to university. I'll be graduating soon this year. I have $20,000 in debt, and the degree that I'm getting will help me out in my career. So because I'm still in school, I am not paying anything, and that's a $0 minimum payment. Once I'm out of school, you'll see that number change, and I'll be giving updates. I'm still thinking exactly what I want to do, but I want to have some sort of mechanism where in every video I show how much debt I have in that current video. And for example, if I finish a saving challenge and I allocate some money towards my debt, I'll be changing the number of debt that I owe right on the spot and on camera, so that in every video everyone will be updated. I don't necessarily have to keep making debt updates, although I definitely do want to do that and want to do a separate categories of the initial amount that I owed versus what I owe now. Definitely excited for that. So all in all, wow, this is actually a lot of money. I don't necessarily want to count it all. I will be counting it all off camera for sure. However, this already looks daunting with the student loans, $20K, and then the car loan. Again, I know some people don't like to include this number in there. However, I want a clean slate where everything is written down and I don't need to worry about all the little things that people put off to the side. I have my medical, the Corvette. Oh, the Corvette. You know what? It was such a great experience driving that car. The noise, the how fast it went. I have a all-electric car, so you can't really speed those cars up very much unless you have a Tesla. I don't have an expensive EV car, so going from that to experiencing the Corvette was such a blast. And I don't want to say it's worth it because now I'm paying the price, a very high price of $3,000, but you know what? I had a blast with that car. That's all I'll say about that. And then look at my Amex card, that's $8,000. That is a lot of money. But I'll be adding this up. Okay everyone, I have calculated the amount off camera and it is an insanely high number. I did calculate it by hand. I don't have a calculator on hand. So if you want to help me out and let me know whether I did this correctly, you can do it on your own as well. Here are the numbers, but the number that I got, are you ready? Drum roll please. Okay, I got 80,951.95. This is an insanely high number. And again, I am including student loans and my car. However, in the end, it is still debt and I still owe that money to someone. So this is the amount. I just cannot believe it. It is a very high number, but you know, I'm gonna take a breather. Everyone please take a breath with me. If you owe less than this, or if you owe nothing, I am so sorry to scare you with this number. If you owe a very high amount, such as this or more, I feel you. I am with you. We are together in this, and in that same vein, we are going to tackle this together. So this is my debt confession. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment below or DM me if you want it more private. That's fine with me. If you have questions about this debt that I've incurred and you want any more explanation, I'd be happy to give it to you and let you know exactly how it is that I got myself into this mess. And in these next few videos, you'll see how I am planning to get myself out of it. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you this. I just went to the bank. I got this money out. I'll be counting it in my next video, but you can see it's a nice chunk of change. And I'll be stuffing my envelopes with it. And the rest that I have left over will be going straight to savings challenges. Oh, I do have some challenges that I finished I need to unstuff. And I also have many packages and just Happy Mail in general that I want to open because I know for sure, and I am waiting on a package that has my new binder. So I'm very excited for that. I'm going to transfer all my old tabs into that new one. And they have the new designs of the categories. They have the new category design. So I'm very excited for that. Oh, and the Halloween challenges. Extremely excited for that. Also, I did an eBay purchase of some Disney dollars because I do collect them. And they're part of the investments that I make. I'm a Disney dollar collector as well as a Lego collector. And that will be in a separate video where I show exactly how much I have in investments and how I plan to build on that category once I am done paying this debt off. So I already have some amount in the investment envelope. I won't be getting rid of that. However, that's kind of gonna be put on pause, on hold until I work through this debt. And once I do, I'm going to stuff that envelope even more. So throughout my videos, I'm putting $1 here, $2 into that investment category. And when I finish my savings challenges and I allocate the money, again, it's gonna go towards investments as well. But once I get rid of this debt, you're gonna really see the money pouring into that one investment category. So I am so excited for that. I hope you come with me in that journey. Oh, I have right here, this challenge that I finished. They're envelopes 1 through 25. So I'm going to be unstuffing this. This is part of it. And hopefully soon I get to finish this challenge. And here is the money for that challenge. So it's kind of stacking up, as you can see. And I don't like to do bill condensings for challenges. I just want to unstuff them when I'm done with the challenge. So I'm very excited. I wonder how much bigger the stack is gonna get. I've been saving it here with my other 25 envelope challenge that I will be unstuffing soon. Well, thank you so much for joining me. That's it for today, but I hope to see you in the next one, and have a great, amazing, and blessed week. Bye, you guys.